Two little boys, no parents, no home, no food, just a broken blanket under a freezing bridge, and a betrayal that should have destroyed them, but fate wasn't done with them yet. This is one of those untold stories you'll never forget. Hamza, 12, and Ali, 8, were just two ordinary boys with extraordinary love in their home. Their parents kind, hard-working, and humble, owned a small house and a little piece of land. Life wasn't luxurious, but it was full of warmth, stories, and bedtime hugs. But one rainy evening changed everything. Their parents went out for groceries. A car crash took both their lives in one brutal instant. The house that echoed with laughter turned to stone-cold silence overnight. No more footsteps in the hallway, no more lullabies, just two children standing in the middle of a storm they couldn't understand. That's when their uncle, their father's younger brother, stepped in. He arrived with fake concern, shedding crocodile tears. He took them home and told the town he'd raised them like his own. But behind closed doors, things were different. Within weeks, the boys were treated like burdens. He took over all the property, sold the livestock, pocketed the bank savings, and made Hamza and Ali sleep in the storeroom, fed them scraps, and yelled at them like they were stray dogs. Then, one freezing night, he kicked them out with nothing but a thin blanket and the clothes on their back. Snow fell gently over the empty streets as the boys walked into the unknown. Their hands numb, their noses red, they wandered aimlessly. Every door was closed, every light too far away. Finally, they found an old, cracked bridge near the railway track, and they crawled under it, shivering, scared, and alone. That bridge became their home. The wind howled through its broken pillars. Their blanket barely covered their legs. Hamza wrapped his arms around Ali, shielding his little brother with what little warmth he had. They hadn't eaten in 2 days, living off dry bread and rainwater. Ali once whispered, "Why did Chachu hate us?" Hamza didn't answer. He just hugged him tighter and said, "One day, someone will care." That day came sooner than expected. On the 6th night, something unusual happened. A black car parked near the bridge. From it stepped a tall man in a long coat with a red scarf around his neck. His name was Mr. Taimur, a highly respected lawyer, known for winning difficult cases and for helping those with no voice. As he walked past, he noticed movement beneath the bridge. Two small figures curled up against the wall, barely moving. He walked closer and saw their sunken faces, frostbitten fingers, and broken innocence. "What are your names?" he asked gently. Hamza stood, always the protector, and said, "We don't want anything, sir. We're fine." But Mr. Taimur wasn't fooled. He could see the truth, the desperation, the pain, and the dignity. He brought them food, hot tea, a blanket, and he listened. They told him everything: the accident, the uncle, the stolen home, the bridge, and by the end, something changed in Mr. Taimur's eyes. It wasn't pity, it was purpose. "You may have lost your parents," he said, "but you haven't lost your rights." Within 48 hours, Mr. Taimur filed a legal case against the uncle. The uncle laughed when he heard a case. From who to beggars under a bridge. But when he saw Mr. Taimur's name on the documents, his smile vanished. The case shook the courtroom. Mr. Taimur presented property records, witness statements, even voice recordings from neighbors who had seen the boys being mistreated. Then came the most powerful moment: Hamza's testimony. Standing in borrowed shoes, hands shaking, he spoke with truth, not revenge. He told the court what happened, how they begged their uncle to let them stay, how they survived under a bridge in the snow. There wasn't a dry eye in the courtroom. The judge looked at the uncle with disgust. The verdict came swiftly. All stolen property was returned to Hamza and Ali. The uncle was fined heavily and barred from guardianship. The brothers were granted full legal protection and educational support. And just like that, the cold bridge was behind them. Today, Hamza and Ali live in a warm home, attend school, and dream again. Hamza wants to become a lawyer just like Mr. Taimur. Ali wants to build shelters for homeless kids, so no one else has to sleep where he once did. They laugh again, they eat together, they sleep peacefully. But they never forget the nights beneath that freezing bridge, or the man in the red scarf who stopped to listen. Sometimes, Hamza walks past the bridge and whispers, "What if he hadn't seen us? What if he hadn't cared?" But he did. He chose to care, and that choice changed everything. This isn't just a story of tragedy. It's a story of hope, justice, and the magic of one kind stranger. A reminder that even in your darkest hour, someone might be walking your way to pull you out of the cold. This was the untold story of Hamza and Ali, brothers abandoned in the snow, who found their way home. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Untold Stories for more powerful real-life tales that deserve to be heard.